Here's the thing. Before we even start in the video, I need you to understand that you had a choice in being here, in whatever you came to do, whatever you came to solve, and to beat this game. So welcome back. My name is LWL, and let's just get straight into the video. I hope you're having a great day and night or whatever, wherever you are. But in truth, you came to be here. You have to understand. Creation does not make mistakes. So if you're someone who's becoming at least like, I don't want to say sensible, but your senses are picking up that you have a purpose here, or you, like, even when people be like, I feel like I don't have, or, life is worthless and all this stuff like that. Well, then you got to look at it like this. You're the most special person I've ever seen in my life. Now, funny enough, I heard Aaron say this, but it's something that I would say myself, which is funny about me repeating it. But in all seriousness, I think that's one of the funniest things I've ever heard said, but it's so true. You must be so special out of all of us to consider yourself out of like 10 people, or like, it's not even about being special anymore, because I see groups of fucking people add to this reality that is fucking so dark and like, gothic. I love gothic stuff and everything like that, and like the dark and blacks and wearing stuff like that. I love it. To me, I love it. But you have to understand stuff about colors too. Black attracts and pulls in a lot of energy around you. So when you're constantly wearing this, you're taking on everything from the world and everything that you feed into. But the most important part, what I want to talk about, is that you chose to be here. So you definitely have a purpose here. And some of the stuff you're going through is leading you down the path of awakening. But the point is creation doesn't make mistakes. So when you're running around saying like, oh, you're worthless and all this, no, you're literally not. If you're noticing something is off and that you don't belong to this society, it's because you're completely right. This whole thing is fabricated. Everything you know was a lie. Everything is a lie. And now, that's not supposed to scare you, but the point is we're supposed to have free will here. And we do have free will here. It's actually part of the game if you buy into that you're actually trapped. I want to say that you're trapped. The only way out of this is death. That's true. But the thing is death is so misunderstood, which is part of the game. You don't die. We never die. Death is just a graduation into another new form, because energy can't be created nor destroyed. And what I read in The Astral Body by C.W. Leadbeater, because this is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do your research, that we actually keep the forms of our appearance. Or we have like the choice. Yeah, because everything's choice. So I'll just say it like that. We can choose to keep our forms in the astral planes. If we like the way our human self looked, we can choose to create a similar looking avatar for the spiritual body, or the energy that remains after you shed this physical body, and if you're not coming back here. But the thing that keeps you coming back here is, like, what keeps you reincarnating before it's your choice, is you not solving trauma, all past things. Like, they can be even little petty things as bullies and stuff. And the thing is you're not supposed to remember every single little thing in your life. You're supposed to take control of who you choose to be, and not be under, like, control of anyone. And when people talk about changing the world, this is the funny thing that I always come back to, because it's literally so simple that the answer is right in front of everybody. I had to itch my nose. The most simple thing, if you wanted to change this world, is first you have to understand this. The world is an illusion, and it's an illusionary phenomenon. The Holographic Universe by Michael Talbot. This universe is not necessarily fake, right? But it's the illusion of a world that's not yet created. So what that means is that you can create that world that's not created. And also, I think this is a copy of a world that once was not perfected, because You know, even saying, I think even perfection or something. Oh no, because perfection would be godhood, would be a godhood thought. But honestly, humanity is flawed. That's why I'm saying I don't think this plane is perfected at all. Like you can look. Obviously, it's not perfected. We have to pay to eat. We have to pay to live. We have to pay to survive. We have to pay to protect ourselves. We have to pay. And in a world that's created by us, you don't have to do that. That's why I really do feel like bringing one of the goals is bringing heaven on earth, which is bringing heaven down here, which was even told to me by, you know, a good God in this game, B.O.B., who literally said, you know, you're trying to bring it here, because honestly, what else are you trying to do if not living for yourself here? There's no reason to live for anybody else here. There's no God that you're praying up to or looking up to. And let me explain this. You can pay respects to gods and energy archetypes that have existed, but that's the first step. The gods are archetypes of us. I even met a girl who said that she believes these gods were their own beings that ascended. And I actually did more research into that, and by how energy works, I do think that is true, that they could have been people that were like named, or sort of like, it's hard to explain. It's not hard to explain. What I'm saying is I think that they were their own beings, and we can call on their energy but not put them above us, because they realize the same things we did. There is no they all come from one place. All these gods come from one place. They just change names in all different religions. But what you have to understand is what they understood is that you are not below them. You are God yourself. You are God, because God is a creator. And creation itself, the source, the all, we'll call it, I'm going to call it the all, the universe is creation itself. So thus in theory, you are the universe, which, going back to the holographic universe, it's all projected from your mind. We are all one. You've heard of oneness. But on earth, we're separated. We're individual beings, which that's why you have to realize down here that you are God, and not as an ego thing. Like you run around like how people portray Kanye West going, I'm God. He's not trying to, for me, honestly, if it becomes an ego thing for him, yeah. But when he jumped in that Christianity shit, I don't know what the hell happened to him. Like that's just part of the game. That's why I don't pay it any mind. But everybody paying into this game, you guys don't understand that he's on the right track in calling himself a god, your higher self, your astral self, like seeing like this powerful version of yourself. You have to do that here, because that's the one thing they want you to think you are, which is insignificant. And listen, none of this shit is evil. It's just you're playing into the minds in the game of someone else, or actually they're playing with your mind to tune you into their game. And actually, something funny, I didn't research this. Props go to Brother Panic. How they make you play into this illusionary world is like, for example, he said Hillary Clinton, and to me, this could be one of the reasons she did not win 100%. Not based on everybody thinking she's retarded, but that plays into the game too, because you're feeding it energy regardless. But she said, we need you to get out and buy more McDonald's or something like that. Now, to the average person, you would laugh and be like, what the fuck did she mean by that? She's stupid as hell. No, she's smart, and she slipped up some information she wasn't supposed to give, which meant that you need to buy into the matrix. And funny enough, I had a dream recently that I'm going to talk about in a future video that'll connect to this video. I think a lot of my content is going to be talking about these dreams too. But you need to wake your ass up. They need you to buy and consume their reality. And that's why you're not supposed to, any of your emotions are not supposed to come from any external means. They need to come from within you. That's where self-love comes from. But you need to understand, it's an illusionary world. Understand this. It's an illusionary world, not necessarily that it's not real, because it's really an illusion. It's an illusionary phenomenon. The whole thing is projected. But if you want to know how that all works, I suggest getting the book The Holographic Universe and doing your own research and making your own mind up, because you don't have to believe me. Remember this. You don't have to believe me. But, you know, yeah, I just want to make that a point, is you have to understand that you are not an accident if you're coming across this knowledge. Like, you know, I do believe certain things. Some things just don't have souls. Maybe like golems, or certain not beings, but certain things are put to work, like bots. I always say bots. Bots is the best way to put it. I've talked about something like the automatons, but you know, we'll get into that in different videos. Anyways, if you enjoyed, I'll see you later. And yeah, remember, you're playing a character. This is not you. So don't take this shit so serious, but also don't get played by these social norms, science norms, everything that they put you to. Make up your own mind, do your own science. Please, please.